When we last left off, we ended up having this box that moves into a circle. Today, we are going to expand this and we're going to be learning something called conditionals. We're also going to explore the math library a little bit more, and we will be exploring a little bit more about how circles work. So that's going to be a little bit of a math teacher in me. That is just mainly to help you with the assignments that we're assigning with these videos. If you're not doing the assignments, you're just watching, you could probably skip that to do what you want to do. But for everybody else, definitely take a look at the circles. So this is what we ended up with. A box that moves around in a circle. Cool. Let's take a quick moment and expand this. So the controls we're going to be using should be the mouse listener. Now this should not be new, so we're going to just add this in real quick. The mouse listener, I'm going to import it. And then I am going to then add the unimplemented methods. So we should have everything down here, mouse clicked, mouse pressed, so on. We've already done these particular activities here. We're going to add the mouse listener in real quick. So mouse listener, add mouse listener, and we're going to apply it, or we're going to say this is the mouse listener. What we're also going to do is we're going to create a new integer called count clicks. We're going to set that equal to 0. So whenever we click, we're going to change the color of the square. We're going to come over here to mouse clicked, and we're going to do count clicks. And we're going to set that to count clicks plus 1. So this will work exactly how everything else is, except when we click this count clicks will add. I will add a print statement real quick in here to show that it actually is working. So we'll do print ln, and we'll do count clicks, and we'll add a little bit of text there. So we'll say click counter, and we'll join them together. So let's run this. And while that loads, perfect. And if I click, I get the click counter, and it tells me what it turns into. Perfect. So we're going to come up here to paint, and we're going to learn something called a conditional. So a conditional is very realistic, or like the real world. It's a condition in order for something to happen. So if I do all my homework, then I get a good grade. Now we're only focusing on this particular assignment on the positive part of it. If I do my homework, I get a cookie. Now we're not saying that you don't get a cookie, just nothing happens. Or we're not going to take away your food if you don't do your homework. So the way that we're going to write an if statement, we're going to say if, and then we're going to do count clicker is equal to 0. Now notice a few things. The first thing is, and I believe that's click, right? Clicks. The first thing is that the double equals means compare to. So is count clicks equal to 0? If we had 1 equals, we're basically saying 0 is being stored inside of count clicks. So 1's an assignment and 1's a comparator. We'll have a couple other examples of this today, or in this video, but just know that double equals means equals. So inside here, we're going to do set color dot red. And then I will need to import this. So when I run this, count clicks is set to 0 at the beginning, and when I run this, it will be red. When I click, it turns black because we ran out of colors. It's no longer, by default, it's black, but there's no other color to set it to because it's no longer 0. So let's make a few of these real quick. So if count clicks equals 1, we're going to say g.setColor, and I'll set the color equal to blue. I'll do it again. Count clicks equals 2. I did a capital L. Make sure that your variables are consistent. G.setColor, color.magenta, and then count clicks equals 3. So I'm only going to make 4 colors here. So set color, get rid of that real quick. Color dot, and we've already done red, blue. We'll do green. So running this, I should be able to have it at red when it loads up. If I click, it turns blue. If I click again, it turns magenta or pink. I click again, it turns green. And eventually I want it to turn red, but if I click again, it's going to turn black because we run out of numbers again. So I'm going to eventually run out of colors, but I want them to cycle through the colors. I could come over here and make a very simple if statement. I could do if count clicks is equal to 5, then count clicks is equal to 0. I could do that, and that would work just as well. However, I would like to introduce a brand new operand to you. So far we know our basic operands: plus, minus, multiply, and divide. Now, division is a little bit different when you're using integers. We use something called integer division. Now, in integer division, what we'll do is if we have the number 7 divided by 4, and let me comment this out so that you can see. So 7 divided by 4. You have been doing integer division since 4th grade. In 4th grade, you are asked this particular question. You're given an improper fraction, 7 over 4. Make it a proper fraction. What you would have said to me is, oh, a proper fraction would be 1 3/4. Pretty easy on that. It's something that we've already done. Now, integer division is just grabbing the whole number out of that. So in this particular example, this is equal to 1. And this makes math so much easier because when someone asks me, oh, what's 18 divided by 7? Generally, I'm pretty good at knowing my numbers, but I don't know that one off the top of my head, especially because 7's a little funky. So I would say it's 2 and change right there. All you need to know is there's a 2. And so it's only looking at the whole number. So if we had something like 99 divided by 100, that's 0. If we had 101 divided by 100, that's 1. Because 1 is the whole number there. So know that. Now, since we use something called integer division, what we're going to need to know is a different operand called modulus. And now modulus is indicated by the percent sign. And all modulus means is remainder. So we're taking the 3/4 out of this. So the answer to our question on this one is 3. Now, the really cool thing about modulus is it repeats. And so when we're looking at remainder, for example, 3 divided by 4, the remainder is 3. 4 divided by 4, it's 0. 5 divided by 4, 1. 6 divided by 4 is 2. 7 divided by 4 is 3. 8 is 0. So we're going to see this repeating pattern with modulus. I highly recommend using it because it's great for a repeating pattern like what we're trying to create here, where we go 0, 1, 2, 3. And then we want to repeat it over and over and over again. We're going to be seeing this a lot more when we talk about arrays. And modulus is a great tool, especially when you want to check to see if something is divisible by something or something is odd or even. So keep this in your back pocket as a tool and try to use it in your own program. You might not be able to see it right away. And if you're doing it by if statements, that's great. That will work for the AP exam, but I really would like you to look at it a little bit more. So going forward on this is we are going to do count clicks is equal to count clicks modulus 4, because we have 4 choices. If we had 8 choices, we need to do 8. Just as a side note, when you do this modulus here, whatever this number is, your answer will never be it or higher. So if I do mod 2, my choices are 0 and 1. The main reason is once I get to 2 divided by 2, that's evenly divisible, so it will reset down to 0. So just giving you the heads up on that. So let's run this here. We're going to click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it went back to 0. 1, 2, 3, 0. 1, 2, 3, 0. Perfect. So we've talked a little bit about the if statement, and we've talked a little bit modulus. So I'm going to end, this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to end here. And we're going to pick up again, and we're going to talk about circles and how can we learn a little bit more about the math library. So thanks for watching, and good luck on your assignment, but make sure you watch the second video. Have a great day.